Because of this behavior, we cannot trust them no more because they be making changes as they think. They are doing what they like. This is what feels from our perspective. So what we are doing is we are going under 24 hours hunger strike effective the time we take step out of this building. Now let's see how long our province take to make the right decisions. Thank you. Now let's see how long our province take to make the right decisions. Thank you. This is where I'm coming from, what I paid extra. How interesting is that? All together I paid around $30,000 for my tuition. For same schooling fee, a person who is born and raised in Canada paid around $10,000. That $20,000 extra, whether it led me to the country, but that is not a thing, right? Extra $20,000 for same thing.
Naging instant social media sensation ang leader ng mga protestants sa PEI. And madalas ko na rin lately napapanood siya sa mga iba't ibang social media platforms. Nakakabasa ako na very entitled daw siya sa permanent residency, dapat daw ma-deport na siya, etc. And hinaharas na rin niya ang Canadian government. So just to give information lang kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa PEI, bakit sila nagpo-protesta. So basically po, ito po ay hindi na po sila actually students. So people are saying na student sila. Pero nasa PGWP or work permit na talaga sila. So work permit na yung hawak nila. And also, may mga work permit holders din from other provinces na sa labas ng PEI nag-aral and then pumunta sa PEI hoping na doon makakakuha ng permanent residency.
This statement has come with really very big consideration. We've been making decisions about it from almost 2 weeks now. As it's already been over 2 weeks that we've been rallying and still haven't heard back. We had a lot of expectations on 16th May draw. They took it out. No draws were presented on that day. And even they updated that draw on internet on their official site on 22nd. And there was supposed to be a draw on 30th, right? They took that off. Because of this behavior, we cannot trust them no more because they be making changes as they think. They are doing what they like. This is what feels from our perspective. So what we are doing is we are going under 24 hours hunger strike effective the time we take step out of this building. Now let's see how long our province take to make the right decisions. Thank you.
Before, maraming nagsasabi, after studies mo, lumipat ka na lang ng mga smaller provinces or Atlantic provinces for ECPR pathway. And I believe like 2 years ago, very popular ang way na to. Marami na yung mga nag-a-advise ng ganyan. Kasi may mga na-PR din naman talaga, so meron. Pero ngayon, sad to say, hoping na maging ganun din yung ending na maging ay marami po yung kumbaga na-caught in the corner na hindi na makalusot na maging PR sa PEI. Sa mga nakaraang taon, nakita natin yung pagdami ng mga immigrants dito sa Canada. Naramdaman natin na apektuhan ang housing, madaming renters, tumaas ang renters dahil dito, supply and demand. Naging mahirap ang pag-a-apply ng trabaho dahil sa number of applicants na hoping din na makakuha ng trabaho. And they say sa mga student groups na even part-time jobs ay hirap silang makakuha ng trabaho. And kasama ang PEI sa naapektuhan ng influx ng mga new immigrants sa Canada. So ngayon, they wanted to slow it down para maging handa ang kanilang public services and infrastructure. At para na rin ma-accommodate ang mga needs ng mga naninirahan sa province.
Government's now handing out fewer permanent residency nominations. Back in February, the province announced it's cutting the number of overall nominations by 25%. It's warned the many workers in the sales and service industry that their chances are particularly slim. There were more than 800 from that industry nominated last year. This year, it'll be roughly 200.
We have to focus on those sectors that we think can contribute to help with the population growth. Again, I say healthcare, construction, manufacturing, early childhood education.
At nung pinuntahan ko nga yung immigration website ng PEI or Prince Edward Island, na-mention nila na ang immigration pathway nila ay nakadepende sa Federal Immigration Allocation Numbers. Pag-usapan na natin sa mga nakaraang videos na ang Federal Immigration ay nag-assign siya ng numbers para sa mga provinces na mai-PR nila since ang total numbers na magiging PR lang sa taong 2024 ay nasa 500 lang. So, depende sa laki din ng province yung number allocations na mabibigay sa kanila. So, yung PEI, minamaximize niya itong allocations na itong PR allocations. And gusto niya na magamit ito para sa mga priority industry. Mentioning dito sa kanilang website, ang mga higher demand sectors ay ang mga healthcare, trades, childcare, construction, and meron din pa rin na yung critical worker invitations wherein ang mga individuals ay supported ng isang PEI employer. And stated din sa kanilang website na yung mga nasa sales and service sector may not receive an invitation to apply at this time.
And my friends who work from here, he paid 2,500 for same course for 2 semesters for 8 months. How fair is that, sir? This is where I'm coming from. What I paid extra. How interesting is that? All together, I paid around $30,000 for my tuition. For same schooling fee, a person who is born and raised in Canada paid around $10,000. That $20,000 extra, whether it led me to the country, but that is not a thing, right? Extra $20,000 for same thing.
And mahal talaga ang pagpunta dito sa Canada bilang international student. Mahirap ang pathway na ito dahil sa hindi rin naman talaga madali mag-aral dito. And being an international student dito sa Canada is a luxury. Talagang kailangan may pera, and I think nag-lay all the cards naman ng government pagdating sa tuition fee and pagiging student na kaya nga pagka nag-apply ka ng student, hanggang student lang talaga. Hindi naman naka-package na doon yung permanent residency. And kung gusto mo maging permanent resident, mag-apply ka after your studies, you have to meet the certain requirements. And I know sa part niya na gustong-gusto niya na maging permanent resident dahil sa nandito na sa Canada ang family niya. And probably kung titingnan natin ng India versus Canada, iba rin talaga yung both country na ito, and also might be na inikayat din siya ng family niya na magkasama-sama sila dito sa Canada. But the reality, makakatulong na meron kang kamag-anak through points, but hindi siya yung magiging deciding point kung makakakuha tayo ng permanent residency. So, ayun lang talaga. July 18 daw ang kanyang end status na kanyang work permit, and marami din ang naghihintay ano yung magiging actions niya. Pero may napanood ako na interview niya na mag-a-apply daw siya ng visitor's visa for the meantime.
Napakahirap talaga, guys. Grabe yung competition ng permanent residency dahil sa limited slots lang ang meron tayo. So, per province, may mga designated yan sa kanilang mga PNP nomination. Kaya sa mga balak mag-student, ayun, pag-aralan din po ninyo ang PR pathway na pwede nyo pong applyan once na tapos na kayo sa pag-aaral. So, ayun guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. Take care. Bye for now.